Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into a single, really powerful tool that's designed to help you build a consciousness of prosperity, literally from the ground up. It's called the Mind Model, and it's a super practical way to change your inner blueprint for success. So let's get started. But first, I want to start with a pretty direct question. Is your mind actually blocking your blessings? It's a challenging thought, I know, but so often the biggest obstacles to our success and abundance, well, they aren't our circumstances, but the internal patterns we're holding on to without even realizing it. You see, our lives are shaped by this inner blueprint, a set of core beliefs just sitting there in our subconscious mind. And here's the interesting thing. The subconscious is completely neutral. It's like fertile soil. It doesn't judge the seeds you plant. It just gets to work creating whatever we habitually think and feel. So, look at this. It shows the two paths our thoughts can take. On one side, you have poverty thoughts. These are the excuses, right? Things tied to our past or what's happening in the world. But on the other side, you have prosperity thoughts. These are statements that connect us to our inner power, to that divine source of all abundance. The big takeaway here is this. We actually get to choose which set of thoughts we're going to build our reality on. This all leads us to a massive spiritual principle. Our thoughts and our words are creative forces. They aren't just passively observing our world. No, they are the very tools that are molding and shaping our reality every single day. And you know, this isn't some new idea. Scripture tells us that creation itself began with the Word. But that's not just a history lesson. It's a template for our own creative power. Just as God created with the Word, we have that same divine nature within us, just waiting to be used. I want you to think of it like this. When you consistently hold thoughts of abundance, you are creating a powerful magnetic field around you. A prosperous consciousness doesn't have to chase after good things. It literally attracts them. It draws the rich blessings that are already out there right into your life. And this right here, this is the key that unlocks the entire process. It's not about wishing or hoping, it's about believing. Your conviction. What you truly accept is the command that sets this universal creative law into motion for you. What you believe in your heart becomes your reality, period. So, how do we go from just understanding this principle to actually living it? Well, the answer is a really practical tool for building these new beliefs, and the source material we're looking at calls it the Mind Model. A mind model is incredibly simple, but don't let that fool you. It is profoundly effective. It's basically a small card where you've written down a positive, creative affirmation. Its whole purpose is to be a tool for repetition, helping you drive that new idea so deep into your subconscious that it becomes an unshakable inner conviction. And here's exactly how you put it into practice. First, get crystal clear on one specific desire and write it down on 5 or 6 small cards. Then, you're going to scatter them everywhere you look. Tape one to your bathroom mirror, put one on your desk, your car dashboard. The goal is constant exposure. Finally, and this is so important, repeat that affirmation over and over all day. Not like a robot, but slowly, calmly, and with real feeling. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. Think about driving a nail into wood. The first little tap just gets it started, right? It sets the direction. But it's the consistent, repeated blows, thwack, 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 that actually drive it all the way in and make it secure. Your mind model works the exact same way. That's why repetition isn't just a nice idea. It is absolutely essential for this to work. Ultimately, everything we're talking about comes back to this profound truth. When an idea moves from just being a fleeting thought in your head to a deep-seated belief in your subconscious, your heart, its manifestation in your life isn't just possible, it's certain. It becomes your personal law. Now, to make this process work as effectively as possible, there are 5 essential rules that you need to follow. Think of them as the keys to unlocking the full power of your mind model. And you're going to notice a central theme here: persistence. You know, Jesus told this incredible parable about a widow who needed help from a corrupt judge who didn't care about God or people. She had no money, no connections, but she had one weapon: persistence. She showed up day after day, refusing to take no for an answer, until she just wore the guy down and he gave her what she wanted. The lesson is so clear. A relentless, wholehearted claim will be answered. So here they are, the 5 rules for success. First, get a clear picture of your desire.
Vague goals get vague results, so be specific. Second, build your mind models and stick them everywhere so you can't miss them. Third, repeat that affirmation constantly, remembering you're driving that nail deeper every time. Fourth, twice a day, really take a moment to identify with your desire. Feel what it feels like to have it now. And finally, number 5, and this one might surprise you, maintain absolute secrecy. Let's really focus on that last rule for a second. See that you tell no man. This is critical. When you start talking about your desire to other people, you dissipate all that creative energy. Keeping it secret is like building up steam pressure in a boiler. It builds and it builds until it absolutely has to find an outlet, and that outlet is its manifestation in your life. All right, let's bring this all together now. The goal isn't just to get something, it's to become someone. It's about shifting your entire consciousness to a place where you are actively living in the reality of God's infinite abundance, right here and right now. A question that can be a huge roadblock for so many of us is this one. Is it even God's will for me to be prosperous? Do I really deserve it? It's a fundamental question that we have to answer before we can move forward with any real confidence. And let me tell you, Scripture answers that question with a resounding yes. The promise isn't that God will supply some of your needs from a limited budget. It's all of your needs, according to His riches. The supply is infinite. It's our job to open ourselves up to receive it. So how do we do that? Here's a little exercise. Take a moment and just imagine you already have everything you desire. How would you be walking? How would you be feeling? What would your attitude be? Capture that specific feeling of completeness, of satisfaction, of just relief. That feeling is the prayer that has already been answered. Let's anchor this new consciousness right now. As I say these truths, just let them sink in and become your own. Prosperity is the law of my life. All that the Father has is mine. I now open my mind to receive. New opportunities are now opening to me. I am demonstrating prosperity. I am actively bringing it into my experience right now. And this is such a crucial reminder. If you accept your prosperity as something coming in a distant future, that's where it will always stay. The only time we have is now. Heaven's dividends are always paid in the present moment. Your good is available to you right now. Let's close with this powerful and comforting promise. True, God-given prosperity isn't about stress and struggle. It makes you rich in every area of your life, and it comes with peace, not sorrow. It is a blessing, through and through. So I'll leave you with this final thought. It's time to move from learning to doing. What is the one prosperous idea, the one mind model that you are going to commit to building into your consciousness, starting today? The power is in your hands.